everyone, it's me, the Otaku Fango here, to continue my Fate Grand Order Lost Belt Let's Plays. So, last time, Kodak had us fight some of the Nikki, but now, I believe he's gonna have us fight his one and only servant, Anastasia. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. So, Assassins weak to casters, and casters weak to riders. Well, you know who we're gonna bring out. If you don't, then you don't know who I am. So, we're gonna put you there just in case things go bad, and we will begin! Let's go! Also guys, if you have not subscribed yet, it's free. Just push that sub button, because a lot of you who watch my videos are not subbed. Also, if you'd like to support me, support the channel, there's a Patreon link in the description. Alright. My. Looks like I'll have to make another one. A catalyst. Are you Solomon? What the fuck? Are you Solomon, aka Visibron, the Golem Master? His name was Solomon? What the fuck? I suppose using so many golems does make it obvious, even with the mask. You are indeed correct. I don't even need to bother asking about you. Well, I can't tell if you're Billy the Kid or Buffalo Bill, but that doesn't really doesn't much matter, but the hell it doesn't. I'm Billy. Ain't gonna tolerate being confused for no pirate lover. Okay, this is a thing. Alright. Anyway, this works out nicely. You've got your servants, and I've got mine. Oh boy. Let's find out. Here we go. This is gonna be fun. Alright, let's find out which of them is strong. We're gonna do a master versus master fight, servant versus servant. That thing. That's exciting. Caster. Oh no. Oh boy, here we go. This is exciting.
Was it worth coming out all this way then, Master?
Hate letting wild cards run around. So yeah, I feel a lot better now.
That's the woman who destroyed Caldia! And she was a servant who hails from this version of Russia. I knew it! Visibron seems like he would be rather useful.
So what? You want to change out your contract? I mean, I could do that, but... Alright. It might not be the easiest fight for you, but I'm sure you can pull this off.
Oh yes, that much is certain. Bow down before the glory of the Tsar, fiends. A proper human history. My name is Anastasia. I am the daughter of this land's undying dynasty, now and forevermore. I knew it! You're the Grand Duchess Anastasia of the Romanov dynasty. But how is that possible? You're a tragic figure, not a valiant one. Nothing you did should have let you become a heroic spirit. Yes, you're right. I have no barbaric tales of heroism to my name, nor any stories of royalty gone mad. I do have V. I am a servant of this lost belt, and as such, I shall eliminate you all. Come, V, let's kill them together. Hear my command and obey. You are to become sculptures of snow and ice, writhing in agony in this world's permafrost for all eternity.
I don't think that's gonna happen, Anastasia. We're gonna kick your ass, but, you know, sure. It's like, yeah, sure, whatever, Anastasia. Whatever. Whatever. We're gonna kick your ass so hard into next week, hopefully. I mean, I hope. I could be completely wrong, but who knows. She could kick our ass, you know, but... There'll be a lot of ass kicking. That's all I'm gonna say. A lot of ass kicking. That's gonna be a problem. That shall be a problem. keeping him alive for this part.
そこは壁もなく城もなく国空の始まりの空魂のありかを見せようかガーデン・オブ・アバロン罠だそうだ
All right. Let's see here.
Yokaro. Dajaku, dajaku. Wana.
Follow that because that's scary. Like that's terrifying. Slightly. We kill one, please. Thank you. Wait, I just want to kill one of them at least. Before something bad happens. Okay, let's pop his thing again. Just in case. Because these things are, they're pretty strong. And I'd like to keep, Ozzy alive, because we need him. He's the important part of this fight. There you go, Merlin, thank you. Merlin, do me a favor and kill him. Maybe, hopefully, or at least get him close. Close enough. Oh dear. That's a little scary. But hopefully it works out. Okay, I think it'll work out. Yeah, we're good, okay. Oh, a little scared there. Alright, let's, oh man. This is exciting. I missed that last part, but okay. Ooh, this is exciting! We're about to kick her ass really hard, I think. Can he use his command spells? Oh, fuck. No, if we murder her now, he couldn't revive her. Or could he? Can he do that? We're about to fucking find out, that's for sure. We're about to fucking find out if he can do that. I wonder if he can. I don't know, can he? Like if he pops all three, can he do that? Like I can? Let's find out. I'm scared. I'm scared to find out if he can or not. Okay, interesting. He hasn't used any of his command spells yet, which worries me slightly. Okay, it's just kind of scary. Cause like, I don't know if he can do that. It's like, I don't know if he can do that, but we're about to find out. Surely Ozzy will kill her.
して平服せラブセウムテンティース
Yeah. Okay, so he can't, or at least not for this fight. Maybe he still can. I don't know. But okay. Well, that happened. Kicked her ass. V, let your gaze unfurl even more. Let your wicked eye expose the truth behind all things. Disguise. So that demonic beast is what's been turning my golems to dust in an instant. How rude. V is no demonic beast. He is my most trusted elemental. He has been an ally to the Romanov dynasty for generations. It doesn't make him any less of a monster. I suppose I was a bit late coming up with an anti-mystic eye strategy. Anastasia, look out! Salieri's woken up! Cursed dogs of the Tsar! V! Behold my noble phantasm! Our Lord in heaven, have pity on me! Dio Santisimo, that, yeah, all that. V!
This is...
He doesn't care who he hits. Can't believe that was the first thing he pulled after getting his memories back. What a whack job. Still, it's like that was all he had.
Oh my, you certainly startled me. I must be the only member of the Romanov dynasty who's ever been attacked from above by the court musician. Not that it matters now.
You. How dare you brainwash me? Twist me into doing your dirty work. You're nuts. I didn't twist you into anything. All I did was put you to work in an effective way. Anyway, I can't have you running around on your own anymore, no matter how weak you might be. Anastasia, crush his legs. Got you. Golems, activate. Mind Hand is the spear of azure ice. Chest Sefriot. Oh, okay. Did you just turn into Stone Golems? Anastasia! Shit.
Since when do masters go around shielding their servants?
It's no big deal. I just did it because I thought I could. And I was right. Neither of us is hurt, are we?
Kadak.
Very well then. I believe that is our cue to escape. I trust we will be taking him with us. You read my mind. I didn't think we would, but okay. I see. So this is what it means for one's masters to rub off on you. I'll have to bear this in mind for future reference. Follow them. Understood.
Would it be of any consolation if I said we at least avoided the worst possible outcome?
I suppose. It would have been best if we could have crushed them here. We didn't have the priest or enough Niki to make it happen. If we could take them all together, so much the better. Besides, thanks to you, I got an idea.
What is it?
If it works, it might just be what we need to bring down the big mountain all at once. What?
I see. I thought a plan would take a little longer to come to fruition.
It all depends on how well we negotiate. If I can offer him something he wants, he's bound to give in. That's the sort of servant he is. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Alright then, let's start spreading the Tsar's glory to this part of the frontier. Nikki, this place is harboring a traitorous rebels. I take it you know what to do. Oh, are they gonna kill everyone here? Yes. Fuck, really? That's right. You're all to crush this town with your own hands.
That must have been what they were like back when they were alive too. Just like the ones who killed me.
Keep that to yourself, Anastasia, or you'll end up disrespecting the Tsar.
Master, don't you preach to me about disrespect.
Right. Sorry about that. Anyway, I should be done at the palace at this point.
That's true. We should hurry back then. The Tsar must be looking for me by now, even if he hasn't still fully awakened.
Okay. That happened. Huh. Interesting. Well then. I'm assuming that won't be the last time we fight Anastasia, that's for sure. Alright, abandoned village. Well then. Assassins and lancers. Okay. Lancers, beat 2 sabers. Let's get you. Let's change you out for somebody. Where is you? And let us go. Whee! Section 15. Grand Duchess Anastasia. Oh boy, that's a name. Wonder what that means. Oh. It was. I remember. Such a beautiful, peaceful day. I think this is Anastasia, so.
The flowers that bloomed here were so beautiful, so strong.
Look at this! These must be the hardiest flowers in the world!
Then you too are a flower blooming strong here in the confines of the palace.
That's what I wanted to say. Maybe I actually did. Maybe I was never able to. Maybe I was never able to summon the courage, but maybe it's conduct. I don't know. Either way, I grieved for the flowers. And yet, now I can no longer even remember what they looked like. Yeah, this has to be her, right? I'm pretty sure.
Why do you look so sad? I feel like I'm having a bad dream. Why would I feel this way? Everything I see is so beautiful. You must be tired. Come, lay your head on my lap and rest. It is the least I could do for you, my beloved Tsar, my beloved husband.
Okay.
Dad?
Why do Yaga have to be so strong? I don't know if he's a kid here or not, so I'm like, I don't know what voice, if I give him a kid voice or not. Wait, wasn't he a kid when that happened? Well, the way I see it, Yaga made a mistake.
A mistake?
We mistook how the world works, or maybe even how we chose it. Whatever it was, we made a mistake. The world left us behind. Still, while we may have made a mistake, that doesn't mean we were in the wrong. We're still here. We're still alive. So as long as that's the case, we'll keep on fighting until the world ends once and for all.
Okay.
Still remember that conversation? This world is always beset by blizzards. It's rare that we ever see the sun's light directly. It's not just in my head. Striving here really does take a lot out of you. I think I get what my old man meant now. No matter how hard it gets, we'll keep on surviving until there's no more world left to us. Okay, Capaxi, are you okay? Wherever you are? Well, this is close to the tree, that's for sure. So this is the capital, Yaga Moscow.
Goodness, I can't believe he defied the Tsar.
Worthless Yaga. Hell's too good for him. Damn it. Move. Shut up. Where are we going?
Did that Yaga do something bad?
He's an incorrigible Yaga who forgot the debt of gratitude we owed to the Tsar. Now he's suffering the consequences for incurring the Tsar's wrath, and rightly so. Make sure you don't ever end up like him. I don't know what he was thinking, to find the strongest being in existence. We all need to stick together if we're going to survive in this world. Where are we taking him? Or where are they taking him? Stick together, he says. What a laugh. It's so funny, it makes me want to scream. All we do is abandon our weak. Cut them out like Kirkchat entrails. Consequence, our numbers are always dwindling. That's who we Yaga are. Just keep dying, killing. We live without hope. We're just waiting for our inevitable doom, without even trying to fight back against it. Okay, where are they taking Paxi? Okay! You must be the first rebel to ever make it this far, Paxi. By the way, there's still something I don't quite understand. After your rebel friends retreated, why did you continue to wander around the town alone? Surely you weren't just bringing up the rear. Shut up. Very well then, let's change the subject. Would you mind telling me where the rebel army base is located? It can be our little secret. I'm afraid I've been so concerned about it that it's been keeping me up at night, just like Kodak. If you could help me with my insomnia, you have my word that I will let you go in return. You really think I'd ever tell you that? What's so funny? What's with the creepy laugh? Easy, young Paxi. Relax. I know you're just an ordinary Yaga. As I said before, I also know that every ordinary Yaga are highly resilient creatures. Physically, that is. Conversely, they are mentally fragile and quite easily broken, especially in the face of someone stronger than they are. Perhaps it's their bestial instincts at work. Who could say? What are you talking about? What are you getting at, you evil bastard? Oh, that should become clear shortly. This will be a test of sorts for myself, as well as for you. I don't like where this is going at all. I'm terrified for Paxi. I hope he's gonna be okay.
What is this place?
It would seem to be a village that the Niki razed to the ground. Unfortunately, none survived. Though it pains me to say this, I believe we should set up camp here. We need to take advantage of everything we can, after all. How could you lose so miserably? You had 2 servants to their 1. We didn't lose, we kicked their ass, sort of. Sure did. Mighty sorry about that. I have no excuse. We still got plenty of fight left. Ha! If that pathetic display was the best you could do, you'll just get your asses handed to you again. Can you repeat that one for me, fella? Humph, it's true. Deep down, you know I'm right. Well, I believe what Gordov is trying to say is that a servant is a fearsome opponent. As such, you could use all the help you can get. So why not have Antonio Salieri there join your side? Antonio, I think I said. Who are you lot?
We're the Chaldea Security Organization. We came here from a place outside of Russia. I'm afraid we've lost the building that used to be our headquarters. At any rate, the person there with you is Sarah, Chaldea's last remaining master. There's also...
I'm a Visibron. I take it you are the Salieri? Perhaps not quite the way you imply, but yes, I will admit to being that Salieri.
What do you mean?
The name Salieri is synonymous with one thing. What's that? The composer who is most famous for allegedly murdering Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. I am the embodiment of that reputation. Give me a moment while I remove this mystic code.
Mystic code?
Hi, how you doing? Phew. This is who I truly am. Take a look at my servant power for yourselves.
Oh.
You're quite weak. I didn't think there were any other servants in this world with lower stats than Shakespeare or myself. Oof. It would seem you even given Anderson a good run for his money. Damn. Of course, I'm just an ordinary composer. I never wrote any symphonies that left a mark on history. At the best, I'm a of a man, but no matter. The sole reason I exist on the throne of heroes at all is because I am said to have killed Amadeus. Whether or not I actually did kill him is completely irrelevant. People were convinced that I did, and so, here I am. Then one might say you were affected by the innocent monster skill. I believe so. True. Salieri was indeed suspected of killing Amadeus even when he was still alive.
Right. He even made a movie about it.
Okay, so why were you on Ivan the Terrible's side then? I would like to know that as well. Are you originally a servant from this lost belt? I believe the crypter, that boy, Kodak, called this place a lost belt. So you know of that name. First, let me answer your question with one of my own. Tell me, humans of Chaldea, what do you know about the lost belt? I don't think we know quite a lot.
Well, I believe that they're abnormal zones that somewhat resemble singularities.
If you don't mind, Miss Curiolite, I'll field that one. First, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mr. Salieri. I'm Sherlock Holmes, Chaldea's administrative advisor. I became a servant through unusual means, just like you. We have been investigating this peculiar version of Russia, where history is so unlike our own. Blah, blah. I have a number of hypotheses that have been unable to find a critical element to tie everything together. Until you first mentioned that word. Lost Belt. A chronological table detailing an alternate path taken by human history. An unbroken strip that continues onward to the present day, rather than occupying a single point in time. No wonder it isn't like a singularity. A singularity is one point in time where history as it should be went awry, after all. That is not the case here in Russia. In this world, everything is as it should be. Nothing has gone awry. It has history quite separate from our own proper human history, even though it is not a world gone completely mad like the Singularities. No doubt the branching point was the Great Cold Wave that struck 450 years ago, when Earth was thrown to a new ice age. And Russia as we see it now is the product of history moving forward from that point.
So, you're saying that this is an ongoing deviation from human history? Is that anything like a parallel world?
Nope.
That's not it. These lost belts are something altogether different. If we assume that parallel worlds exist, then their civilization and lifestyle should also be fundamentally the same.
This is all very interesting information that we are getting right now, which is good.
By definition, they're closely tied to a well-defined base world. In other words, the base world and its parallel worlds are following the same course, But let's say there is a world where history diverges radically, going completely off the rails. Say, at one point, something changes irrevocably. It could be a huge natural disaster or a major technological breakthrough. And the world that's gone off the rails is effectively erased from this universe, deemed to be something that doesn't belong. Once that happens, its destruction is all but assured. No matter how developed it might be, its evolution just ends. For better or worse, this universe isn't just willing to tolerate worlds whose future prospects are plain to see. You know how you prune unnecessary branches when you're trying to grow a tree? Same thing here. If a world, even a utopia, strays too far from its base axis, it gets the clippers, so to speak. In the Magecraft world, it's called the pruning theoretical phenomenon. And it's what allows our universe to keep expanding unimpeded. That's the Mages Association's stance anyway.
Okay.
The pruning theoretical phenomenon. And Russia didn't end up as a frozen wasteland because of a plot, like what happened with the King of Mages.
Correct. Its climate has always been like this, and it is in fact that very climate that led to the changes in human history. This is a world where human history continued on past the 100-year marker, long after it would have ordinarily been pruned away. In essence, this history had lost proper human history, but now it has appeared in our own world.
Right. It looks like the strong alternative histories, or lost belts, which we know almost nothing about, are being wielded as weapons to invade and destroy proper human history. The incineration of humanity was an attack on human history orchestrated by Goethe, a singular entity. But now, these lost belts are attacking the very world itself. If I were to give this a name, I think I might call it the Felling theoretical phenomenon. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Let's go with it.
History that lost to other history. Kinda confusing, but alright. Are you serious? What you're telling us is that Russia is going to become the de facto way of life for the entire planet? If it continues on this path, yes. But of course, we won't let it come to that. Now then, that went on quite a bit longer than I had anticipated, but that is our current theory. Tell me, Mr. Salieri, are we more or less on the mark? Yes, you're spot on. I'm impressed you managed to arrive at that conclusion without being from a lost belt yourselves. There's nothing more I can tell you beyond of what you've figured out. Now that you have the facts, what you do with them is up to you. As for your original question, you wish to know if I originate from this lost belt and whether I serve that cryptor, whatever. My answer, of course, is no. This Russia has not known music for some time. My story is the same as that gunslinger's. I am a rogue servant, summoned by the death of the throes of this land's true form before the Lost Belt overrode it. My memories of proper human history are now vague, and have been conflated with memories of this Lost Belt. I cannot say if it was that master or that priest, but one of them did something to my head. Even as we speak, I remain unsure if I am on the right side. Okay.
We will simply have to trust that you are. If nothing else, we know you are not a Yaga.
Yes, that's true. That is very true. Above all, this world is utterly devoted to music. It seems I have no choice but to join your side. Thank you. We are grateful for your assistance. To begin, we can use any information you have. What can you tell us about the servants in Yaga, Moscow? I am the court musician. Nothing less and nothing more. I had no contact with the outside world. The only one who ever spoke to me was the Metropolitan Marquis. Metropolitan Marquis. That was the only man Ivan the Terrible looked up to as a mentor. Is he a Yaga too? No, he's a servant. He does look human, but I doubt he is the same man. He's probably Japanese, and a pseudo-servant, yep.
A Japanese priest and a pseudo-servant?
That must be Father Kotomine. I fucking hate saying his name. I don't know anything about the others. The only people that I've met are the Nikki and that master and servant pair we just fought earlier. I see. Well, that's disappointing. Very well then. What do you know about that endless storm wall? Or perhaps the Tree of Emptiness? I know nothing about either. Although, I did hear Metropolitan Marquis say that the tree is the cornerstone of this Lost Belt. He also said that without the Tree of Emptiness, it would be impossible to mount and tackle reality. So then, the tree really is the cause of all this.
That would definitely seem to make the most sense. For one thing, it's smack dab in the middle of this Lost Belt.
Yep, it sure do be.
And for another, it's a foreign entity that's not even showing up on the Paper Moon's compass. This is the same Paper Moon that's been serving this Lost Belt to Russia as an ordinary part of the Earth's topography. The only thing it can figure out to do with that tree is excluded. So for the moment, it would seem safe to assume that that tree is the source of this felling theoretical phenomenon. Then, if we do something about that tree, Russia will return to the way it was.
Easier said than done. The Tree of Emptiness lies with the Tsar himself. To reach it, you'll have to face him. I see. Then it seems we have to do just that at some point. What about the Nikki? How many of them are stationed in the capital? No less than a small army.
A small army? Just like what we saw in Antarctica! Ha ha ha! That's going to be quite the obstacle! This is no laughing matter, Holmes! I fail to see what you find so funny!
Is that Mystic Code you were wearing an Innocent Monster too? That's right. I am the man in gray. Okay. The one who drove Mozart to his death. Salieri is no more than an avatar I wear, so to speak, out of convenience.
I have one last question. What do you think of this Lost Belt?
I think it needs to be fixed. Isn't that what you people are attempting to do?
Yes, it's certainly one of our goals.
Okay. Sarah, was it? I can see you are the conductor of this little orchestra. nice wording there. Are you mad? Shut the fuck up. I'm the commander around here. She's nothing more than an occasionally useful trombone. Get me a fucking gun. I suppose that would make me the violin. Da Vinci, how do you feel about being the flute? Good grief. You all certainly do love your digressions, don't you? You remind me of Amadeus and his unshakable high spirits. Sarah, I would like to speak with Sherlock Holmes. Alone, if possible. You sure? Holmes can go on for days, you know. My apologies. I hope this won't take too long. Okay, have fun. I guess. Mighty curious to know what that Salieri fellow wants to talk to Holmes about. This lost belt, maybe? That would be my guess. Salieri has been here longer than any of us. I expect he has his own sense of things. Thank you for your patience. Allow me to come to the point. I have decided to join you, though conditionally. You may employ my power however you see fit. What's the condition? Simple. Should we encounter Amadeus, you will let me focus on him first and foremost, okay?
Wait, what? Does that mean you're going to kill him?
Of course. I am the man in gray, the innocent monster known as Salieri. If we were to meet, I would have no choice but to kill him.
I can't accept that. If Amadeus has been summoned here, he's sure to be a servant from proper human history.
If I had been summoned as an anti-hero, so tortured by malice that I was constantly writhing in agony, I would have been so at odds with all of you that we would not even be able to have this conversation. I admit that earlier. I was so overcome by a berserker-like madness that I simply went around mercilessly slaughtering any Yaga I encountered. But now, I have regained my senses and my sanity alike. Even picturing Amadeus' smug, pear-shaped face does little more than make my skin crawl. In other words, I see. Like master, like servant. That means the Amadeus who is here is evil now. I suppose it's the fate of every servant to be influenced by their master's personality. That is why I will kill Amadeus. I must kill him. It is my destiny, my fate. What if Amadeus turns out to be on our side? If he is, I will become your enemy once more. My purpose in life is to kill Amadeus. That will never change. Now then, that's enough chit-chat. We are returning to the Rebel Army stronghold tomorrow, are we not? You should rest up while you can, Master. Now, if you will excuse me. Bye.
So, Amadeus is our enemy now. I know we fought former allies before, like Cucullin, but...
my boy Ku. It never gets any easier. I wouldn't worry about it if I were you. This friend-turned-enemy servant would be unaware of his betrayal. Take the heroes of myth. They have always been much more willing to accept shifting alliances among both their friends and foes. It was their belief that they would all meet again in Eden, so they had no difficulty taking it in their stride when friend became foe or vice versa. Above all, there is nothing you could do now that would undo the encouragement he once offered you. Rest assured that he spoke truly, sincerely, and from the heart.
That's a good point. Thank you, VC Braun.
He's like a school teacher or something. Teacher. A school teacher, Thank you, but I am very much unfit to be a school teacher. Moving on. We need to discuss Kodak's servant. I believe she is to him what Miss Kirillite is to Sarah, his personal, exclusive servant. She is also, of course, the monster who encased all of Chaldea in solid ice.
Right. I remember Kodak called her by her true name at one point. Anastasia.
And she called out her name to us too. Anastasia? If my theory is correct, she is a descendant of the Romanov dynasty. She is a Grand Duchess who came to a most tragic end.
There's another famous figure by that name too. Ivan the Terrible's first wife, the first Sartsia, whom he loved with all his heart.
Okay, that's interesting, huh? So, which Anastasia are we dealing with here? I'm afraid there need be no suspense about this. She is unquestionably the Romanov descendant. How can you be so sure? Since Ivan the Terrible's here, couldn't she be his Sartsia? I've looked into Sartsia's Anastasia's history, and she is clearly not the type to relish the spotlight. Blah, blah. She gained Sartia at the age of 17 and passed away only 13 years later. Ivan the Terrible took several more wives following her death, but he never opened up to anyone else. Generally speaking, one would indeed expect to find her with him, but it is highly improbable that she would be summoned as a servant. Of course, she could still have been an inhabitant of this world, just like Ivan the Terrible, which would have made her summoning possible. But given that she is human in appearance, it seems altogether improbable as well. Huh. That would mean she's the Romanov dynasty one. Precisely. Anastasia Nikolaevna Romanov. She is the Grand Duchess of Ice, a young girl who bore the brunt of Russia's darkness. Uh-huh. Now then, allow me to share an abridged version of Anastasia's background and some of the secrets I managed to dig out from Chaldea's library. Alright, bring it to me. Let's go.
Chaldea's library? Wasn't that destroyed in the attack?
I anticipated that certain emergencies may arise eventually, so I took liberty of collecting as much useful data from it as I could. Anastasia Nikolaevna Romanov. I guess that's how you say that. She is the fourth daughter of the last Romanovs ever to hold the tsardom, Nikolai II and his wife, Alexandra. In the years before her death, famine plagued all of Russia as a result of the ongoing First World War. In 1917, frustrations reached a breaking point. Efforts to quell a protest left some people dead. Some of Russia's soldiers bandaged together in revolt against the Tsardom. Moscow declared martial law in response, but by then, the Imperial Guards had chosen to side with the rebels. After a tremendous uproar, the Tsar abdicated the Romanov imperial family, fell into disarray, and were essentially confined to house arrest. The historical records describe Nikolai as a good husband and father. But in light of these events, it would seem he was ill-equipped to handle the threat to his reign. Alternatively, he may have been perfectly well-equipped, but the times may have simply been too dire for anyone in his position to overcome. In the wake of these events, Russia would end up split into several different factions, eventually uniting as a single nation known as the Soviet Union. But that bit of history can wait for another time. History lessons! Alright, for the moment, let us focus on our attention on the Nikolai II's family. Having been confined to their home, their lavish lifestyle evaporated practically overnight, and they were seldom heard from again. Although records do say that they continued to employ servants and cooks. At any rate, the situation grew more dire the following year in April of 1918. The new Leninist administration feared that the Czechoslovakia Legion or White Army would try to reinstate the Tsar's family by force, and decided to have them executed. Ideally, they would have preferred to do so following a trial in order to create an official record. But the threat the Tsar's reinstatement posed to their administration forced their hand. Being the cousin of the German Kaiser, Anastasia's mother, Alexandra, still had some value as a bargaining chip. But that value evaporated the instant the German ambassador was assassinated by an extremist. Oops. In essence, everything about Anastasia's family, their bloodline, their presence, their very existence, was seen as a hindrance. This led to the powers that be to refrain from making the Romanovs' sentence public, and so instead they determined to do away with them in secret. Pretty terrible. So they were executed. At least that is how those power would like it described. Those who were present said it was, in truth, no more than a massacre. Some believe that Anastasia managed to survive her family's execution, but that theory was thoroughly disproven several decades later thanks to DNA testing. Oh, really? I don't know if this is completely true or not, so there's simply no denying that this innocent young girl had her life ripped from her simply because she was born to the wrong family at the wrong time. Anastasia's story is indeed one of tragedy. She is one of many sacrificed on the altar of history. However, although her story in proper human history ends there, it continues in the history of magecraft.
The history of magecraft? Does that mean the Romanov family was involved in magecraft?
I'm afraid that the answer to that question remains unclear. They may have had some secret involvement in it, or they may have merely known of its existence. All we know for certain is that a number of lost eggs made their way into the world of magecraft. What eggs? From that, we learned that each generation's Tsar had formed a contract of sorts with a certain phantasmal. However, as the Tsar phantasmal did not see fit to save Tsar Nikolai II's life, the notion was dismissed as false. But it saved her life. But after seeing Anastasia fight, I have determined that there is another possibility. She is a shaman, a spirit keeper. In other words, it was neither her father Nikolai nor her brother Alexei who was the heir to the Romanov magecraft. It was indeed Anastasia herself.
So she's the heir to the imperial family who's been ruling over a land of ice and snow for more than 300 years, huh? Ain't it quite as bad? It ain't as quite as bad, Ivan Terrible. It's still pretty goddamn intimidating. But here in this Lost Belt, Ivan the Terrible's stardom has continued unabated for the past 450 years. A lot of difference twixt Yaga history and ours. Humans seem more mightful in comparison, but we got all manner of knowledge and wisdom over the years that let us take down even our toughest enemies. So running a place like this for 300 years is damn impressive, no two ways about it. I need a drink of something because my voice is dying. Unfortunately, while I have learned a great deal about the threat she poses, I'm afraid I have nothing to offer in the way of strategy against her.
I see. Well, times like that, the simpler the better. I said we hit her hard and fast. Bushwhack her. Not much you can't kill if you keep on plugging it at it till it stops moving. If it bleeds, you can kill it. Perhaps the simple solution would be best in this case. For the moment, I suggest we try Billy's plan of action, such as it is, when next we see her. What about summoning a new servant to serve as a shield? Naturally, their one job would be to keep me nice and safe. Shut the fuck up. There you have it, everyone. In the end, you will just have to do the best you can with what you have. Shut the fuck up, Gordoff. Jesus Christ. I'm sick of your shit. I really am. I'm really sick of his shit. Like, goddamn.
Good morning, Master.
Morning, Mash. You heard the lady. Alright. Let's go. Golems, halt.
Is something wrong with Isibran?
That's that word.
It's surrounded by a large number of smaller demonic beasts. You could go around them.
This is still an unproven hypothesis, but
Yes?
I believe that Tron would, well, make for good golem materials? Yes. Well, I suppose I'll just have to help you out. This will be quite a foe for our first battle together. Come then. Alright, finally. I'm like, man, we've been talking for like 50-something minutes and we still haven't fought. Like, what the fuck? Or however long we've been talking. I don't know. I think it's been a long time. I'm like, what the hell? But okay, sure.
よし戦いだ苦手だけど全力でいこうか
ではつまらん
そうだね了解
Alright.
罠
We gotta learn a lot about Anastasia there. My goodness. Yeah, I guess they're just faking that she's like the, Ivan's wife so that he doesn't go on a fucking rampage or some shit. To keep him fucking calm, I guess. That's my assumption.
そうだいいとも君の了解
I guess.
何そうだね君の言葉通りにキャー
計略だ
キャー
It even seems like the other side of this would not want
つまらん
そうだね
Ivan to wake up. Like, they're trying to keep him as quelled as possible.
何
Because they, I guess, I don't know, have big plans for him, and they're like, let's keep him asleep until we can execute our big plan, I guess. I don't really know, but it seems they're even slightly scared of him. You know?
小さな了解そうだねここには一つ星の
Even they are slightly terrified, probably, of what he can do.
ガーデン・オブ・アバロン
I would be too. If he left that giant hole in the ground, like, damn. Like, dang, man, I would be very scared as well.
おつまらん計略だ無駄だ無駄だなんだ簡単すぎる
君のこそうだ君の言葉通りに
Try to get rid of these because Jesus, they're kind of beefy.
かここで叩く君の言葉通りのマップそうだね
Like, these things are kind of beefy.
罠
Like, dang. Beefy boys. Some very beefy boys.
お任せ夢のようにそうだね君の言葉通りに
Beefy!
キャー
計略だ
Could you not?
イエスいん
Try doing that. Hopefully Waver can live.
どうこっちのが得意だねでは本気を出すと
Finally, I was waiting for Arthur to get inflicted with that. I'm like, come on, man.
小さな窓が了解そうだね
Like, I had a feeling they were gonna inflict Arthur with it eventually, but I was like, when are they gonna do that, though?
星のうち物見の上から楽園の端から君に聞か
Like,
せ
my goodness.
罪なき者のに通るのにガーデン・オブ・アバロンか
Alright, let's get that final wave going. Oh. I thought the boss... Well, okay.
では
Was gonna be...
やってみるぞ
Well, we'll see how this goes.
やってみるぞお任せ夢のように正し
We'll just see how Arthur does here. Whoops.
く何事もやればできるさ
I think he'll be okay, hopefully.
イエス
物理
イエス
と殴る
マイマスター
仰せの通
Okay. Let's do this.
りこれぞ大軍師の究極陣地破ってみせるが
Come on, Arthur. At least do some good amount of damage here.
シール13デシジョンスタートこれは世界を救う戦いである少年
It's not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. I stand. I'll take it.
では
Merlin, can he kill? For us?
そうですどう
I believe he can.
柄ではないんだけどね
Thank you, Merlin.
犠牲が少なけれ
Ah, that wasn't
ば
that
それ
bad.
でも勝
Like, it could have been way worse. Alrighty then. Well, y'all gonna talk more after this? Let's find out. Oh boy. Okay, damn it. How was I to command, Master? You looked awesome out there. Even though you weren't really there. I see. So you've taken a liking to this mystic code of mine. I knew it. I knew it.
We're almost to the rebel army stronghold now, Salieri. But soon we'll be able to introduce you to everyone else.
Wait a moment. If you are locked on the side of proper human history, I don't suppose you have a piano at the stronghold, do you?
No, I'm afraid not.
I see. Well then, I shall just have to make my own musical instrument when I have a spare moment. Just speaking for myself, I think I'd rather you find the time to actually fight first. A most reasonable request, but I know the truth. Admit it, VC Braun. You prefer making golems over fighting, don't you? That is true. Even so, I must put combat first. I would never while away my time fiddling with instruments, whatever. Blech. Nor would I. I am a servant first and foremost. First, and a musician second. Blah, blah, blah. Naturally, I too would put combat first. You two certainly do enjoy your hobbies. And you enjoy weed. So, you're one to talk. Well, that's strange. Here I was under the impression that I was fully devoting myself to helping Master restore humanity. They said it because you act like your hobbies are the only thing you care about. I see. So that's how I come across, is it?
Anyone who likes to spend their time making things comes across as a slacker hobbyist. I swear, they're all a bunch of useless good-for-nothings.
But aren't you basically the queen of slacker hobbyist?
Hey, I do not slack off when it comes to work. Thank you very much.
Right, Da Vinci, sure. Sure, huh? We're back. Hey, they're back. Open the gate.
Welcome back. Mr. Golem, can you make a golem for us too, please?
Normally, I would encourage you to learn the value of hard work while you were young. I suppose your lives here are hard enough as it is. Okay. Oh, tiny golem, how cute. Here you are, a mini golem. I should be able to help you with your chores.
Yay! I'm gonna work it like a slave!
Jesus Christ. That is not its intended use.
Good, you have returned. Are you a servant as well?
I am. My name is Salieri. If it's quite alright if you haven't heard my name, heard of me, my name is of little consequence.
Ah, yes, Mozart's, well, at any rate, why are you wearing that outfit?
Innocent monster. I am the man in grey. I am the one destined to kill Amadeus. I only go by Salieri, as a matter of convenience, but you may call me that if you like.
Well, I suppose stories like yours are not too uncommon in this world. The circumstances of my own summoning were not exactly normal. Now then, Sarah, there's something we need to discuss.
What is it? Who died?
Remember the ore you once asked us about? The one that can be used to engrave magecraft spells?
No, but sure.
At the time, I believe you also mentioned a jewel that could be used to control golems. Well, I managed to track down a lead on both.
Oh, good. I guess. Oh ho, you don't say.
Where are they? Not so fast. I would like to make a deal before I share my information.
Not again!
Yes, again. I cannot afford to lose your combat prowess. I just Sarah Mash, but once your ship is repaired, you may end up leaving this world behind, right? Absolutely not. The problems here are our problems as well. We're not going anywhere until we've solved this crisis. You can count on that. Isn't that right, Director Gordoff?
Yes, of course.
Mash is quite right. This land's problems are our problems, and we won't run from them at the first sign of trouble.
You would. He would. He fucking would.
That said, we grown-ups do have an extenuating circumstances to deal with, and they won't wait around forever, so...
What are you trying to say?
I'm, trying to say that, well, we can't say anything for sure until we see what's actually going to happen.
What? Is that yellow? I'm trying to read. Is that yellow I see on your protruding gut? What the fuck?
Don't talk about my belly. And no, I don't have any guts. I'm not like Holmes. I can't talk to my enemies into giving themselves up. When the going gets tough, Gordoff gets going.
in the other direction. My condolences that you are forced to deal with this as a man as your superior. Thank you, somebody finally said it, God. Now, can I ask for your assistance in exchange for my information?
Alright, what sort of deal did you have in mind?
Well, what is it? I will come right to the point. I want your help building a new stronghold. What? Why?
A new stronghold? Well, that sounds right up Visirand's alley.
No, I think it would be too dangerous to rely exclusively on him. Dangerous? His power is not limitless in scope, and nor is it a permanent solution. After all, these Yaga need to know how to fend for themselves even after we disappear. But doesn't that plan of action harbor a different sort of danger? Granted, learning new things always brings with that possibility, but nonetheless. I understand your point. And yes, it is certainly possible that they could misuse this knowledge and power for their own ends. But even so, I believe it is a good thing for them to learn how to survive. Why should it make a difference? It's their choice whether they spend their lives working honestly or decide to turn to banditry. It's of no concern of yours what they do after you're gone. Besides, it's human nature to be obsessed with keeping over the Joneses. Oh God, I hate you so much. If anything, it seems to me as though providing them with supportive technology will only make their futures brighter. You do make a solid point, Director. Yes, I suppose you are right. It is the Yaga's choice whether to be weak and to be eaten, or to be strong and do the eating. Or even to find a new path altogether. By the way, may I ask if you have a particular location in mind for this new stronghold? I do. There is a ravine right at the midpoint between here and the capital. It is protected by a large forest inhabited by vicious demonic beasts, which would make it difficult for the Niki from the capital to attack it. Whereas there are no mountains between here and our ravine to block our path. I see. Well, in that case, wouldn't its natural defenses also make it difficult for you to attack the capital? Yes, I have considered that, which is why I have not moved there thus far. But now, scouts have discovered a tunnel that safely cuts through the woods. At the moment, this tunnel is still only partially hollowed out. But once it is complete, we could reach Yaga Moscow in a single day. It would let us attack it with the element of surprise. What's more, this tunnel is an excellent place to find the sort of ore you seek.
So you want us to help you build this new stronghold and finish digging this tunnel, right?
I've already put together a team of my own Yaga. We will set out once you are all ready. Okay, sounds like a plan. Okay, we're done here. I'm like, how much longer are we gonna go on talking for? Like, my God. That was a lot of talking. Alright, so, plan is being set in motion to dig a tunnel. Yeah. Oh boy, so next time we are going to dig a tunnel, I guess. That'll be fun, question mark. So, hope you guys enjoyed this part, and I'll see you guys on our Let's Play video I do next is, okay? Bye!